Alright, Shinobi, man. I remember this game. It kicked fucking ass. So let's do it. Let's kick some... Wow. Either this game hasn't aged well, or something is very wrong in the world of video games. Alright, enough bullshit. This is Shinobi on the NES. This has been requested by many people, so I figured I'd finally get off my ass and review it. And to be honest with you, the game isn't that bad per se. It's nowhere near as good as the original. I'll tell you that right now. The arcade version and the Genesis version were way better than this. And not to mention, your character doesn't look like a ninja anymore. Now he looks like military issue dude. I don't know if it's because of his colors, but he doesn't really look like a ninja to me. I'm sorry. At all. And like, all you do is you go from mission to mission fighting these military dudes, and they're all the same, and they don't offer any real challenge. The only guys you gotta worry about are these fuckers throwing towels at you, or their beards. I don't know. What does it look like they're launching at you in those scenes? Aside from that, you just have your generic run-of-the-mill bad guys. Guys with guns, guys coming towards you. Later on, you got guys with swords, and it's still not challenging in the slightest, so it's pretty fucking easy. So anybody tells me, Armak, I keep dying at this part, I keep dying in the regular levels, I'm sorry, man, you suck at video games, end of story. Well, maybe you don't suck, it's just it's not for you, okay? Second of all, if you think this is hard, you should play the original, because that's way harder. Alright, so now, I remember this from the Sega version, for certain. I remember this from the arcade version, most of all. I remember it being a little bit more, I don't know, colorful. Like, what did they use? 4 colors for the entire duration of these levels? This is like green, blue, that shit color in Dr. Chaos, and some orange. That's about all you see in these fucking parts. And these stages are not very good because of the fact that they just keep repeating themselves over and over and over again. Wow, somebody must have a real Marilyn Monroe fetish, huh? So we do the same fucking thing. I got to see my ass kicked with a ninja. The only fucking enemy in the game that could possibly kick your ass are the ninjas. You'll find out about them soon enough. And yeah, you have more than one attack actually. If you're close to anyone and you get, I don't know if it works like that, but as far as I know, if you're close to any enemy and you're ducking, you'll do a kick instead of a, you throw your ninja star. Let's jump ahead since nothing relevant is going to happen here. It really, like I said, it's really very simple. I mean, there's no real challenge to it. As soon as you figure out where to hit the enemies, they're dead. And they only take like 1 or 2 hits tops to kill. So what is the problem with this game? Where does it fall apart? Where does Armak start screaming his head off? He starts screaming his head off with these fucking bosses from hell. There's no, like, idea as to what you're supposed to do. They figure they'll give you a guessing chance to figure it out. But, I mean, you bounce off everything you hit. Anything that hits you in this game, you go flying like that, and you fly into enemies. So, it's like if you take 1 hit, you're actually going to take 2 or 3 hits in a row, usually. This, in itself, is fucking ridiculous. But what's more fucking ridiculous is the fact that you don't know what you're doing. You don't know if you're doing any kind of damage. You could leap into the enemies by mistake, and you're instantly dead if you do that, if you have no life left. And they made it just really, really fucking ridiculous. Not to mention, what happened? Did they get lazy in the animation department? I mean, the boss doesn't even blink. He just stands there launching what looked like bleeding testicles at you. At least I think that's what testicles might look like in a video game world. I don't know, has anybody got a comparison chart for Nintendo testicles? Because that's what they look like to me. They certainly do not look like fireballs. The closest thing they could ever match up against is the balls in Marble Madness, but that game had 20 times better visuals than this. This hard fucking shit here. And you may be thinking, oh, he's playing on an emulator, he's probably making this shit up, he's probably bullshitting. Nah, this is about as bad as it gets in terms of NES. That 52-1 as a game, it's very similar to this. And, I hate to say that, but I like that game better than this one. So yeah, we do the same shit over and over again. I'm still trying to figure out how to beat this boss, and you're just seeing a couple of cuts of about 80 times it took me before I figured out the strategic element involved to beating the boss. So, what's the strategy? What's the strategic element involved? There is none. It's simply a mash fest to try to get from point A to point B without getting hit by these balls. Now, anybody who's played this, I talked to somebody who's played this, and they told me it's possible to beat it. You have to go over and under these things. So I'm like, okay, so how do I do that if they consistently change path? He's like, well, just get around them. I was like, okay, well, how do I do that? He's like, jump, fucking idiot, jump. So, okay, so I jump, and I get hit. And by the time, I'm done dealing 5 or 6 hits, I'm dead, because the fucking balls just keep murdering my ass. So, I'm playing testicle warfare here. I'm trying to hit that stupid dickhead right in the eye, because if you don't hit him in the eye, you do 0 damage. You hear this, like, ping-ping noise, that means I'm not hitting him. Anytime you hear that whoosh, whoosh, or whatever the fuck the slash noise is, ripped right out of Ninja Gaiden, I'm assuming, that means you got a direct hit. And you really have no indication of what you're doing. In the top corner, if you look, you'll see those two little red dots. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's his life. Believe it or not, I only noticed that now. I did not notice that before. But I believe that's his life. So we got to deal like 2 more direct hits. So, you see what I just did there where I ducked down? That's what you have to do to beat this boss. That's your strategy. Crawl around. And you'll notice something really fucked up. He moves faster when he crawls than when he walks. I mean, what the fuck happens? And now I remember the Genesis version of this game, or the arcade version, whichever version I played. It looked 20 times better than this, and it played 20 times better. But I remember having tough fights and bosses and moments that would just make me tear my hair out. And it wasn't this fucking difficult. And this isn't difficulty based on a gameplay challenge, it's a difficulty based on broken fucking controls versus broken fucking boss battles versus broken fucking visuals. So you got the unholy trinity going on here, basically. Yes, I tore that from screwattack.com. Yes, you can kill me for that later. Well, yeah, basically, you got a threesome here going on of crap, crap, crap. You can't do anything, and you're still trying to beat this effing boss, and you're not getting anywhere. And it's ridiculous, because you'll die over and over and over again. And I mean, you're not playing this on a fucking emulator, so, you know, you'd have to do the whole goddamn thing over and over and over again. It's ridiculous. And yes, I did use save states. You'll find out why later on. So there's no fucking way I was going to do this shit over and over and over again. Oh, God almighty. So the testicles keep coming. We're standing around like a dickhead trying to throw, I assume those are knives. What happened to Ninja Stars? All of a sudden he's got knives. No explanation given as to why this happened. It just did. And it falls onto my mind that this game was probably never finished. Apparently people bought it, so they obviously bought it in stores or bootlegged it or something, but I honestly can't picture them selling something this whacked out. And you know, people will say, I care, look, I almost got killed by the boss in the last 3 seconds of the boss fight. Okay, so now we're finally past this fucking asshole. We're finally past Ken-O. Now we're on Black Turtle or something. And I'm not going to even show most of these levels. I'm going to jump around a lot, because this is the same shit. Of course, now I have a gun. Again, no fucking explanation given as to how that happened. But believe me, you want that gun, because trying to tackle these next bits with the Ninja Stars, like that part coming up that I just screamed my head off to, it's impossible. So we get the same fucking bonus stage as before. It's just getting a little faster now, and they're coming out in different areas. And I'm just going to magically lose. I don't know how it happens. I don't remember. I don't care. I wasn't trying to analyze everything too deeply here. And I'm sorry, no, those red things are not boss lives. I don't know what they are. I don't even know how the fuck to use special moves. Okay, I really just have no clue what's going on. I know those things give you bonus levels and stuff, but that's about it. So the ninjas, yeah, ninjas gonna kick your ass. All you gotta do is shoot me in chins and I die. Oh! Now you can see my reflexes are pretty fast when it comes to gaming. I can nail things pretty fast with bullets or stars or whatever. But again, this is acquired knowledge from playing these games in the past. But these enemies are so cheesy, they'll still get you. And regardless of how well you play this game, I've noticed something. The enemies always get their cheap shots in on you. But it's ridiculous, because if you duck, they have no defense. Now watch this shit. This is proof that these games' controls are so fucking flawed, it's not even funny. I mean, you shouldn't have to do that in order to get back up. It's so stupid. I don't know. But yeah, it's not that bad. I've played a hell of a lot worse. But the controls are very fucking broken. The fact that he walks faster when he's crouched, crouch walking, than when he's actually walking is just, I can't figure that one out. I just can't. I mean, I understand why, because that's what you got to use to beat 90% of this game, but it's still stupid. They could have just designed him to be crouching from the get-go instead of doing that. And I could swear to God, the original Shinobi had enemies that would jump around, do stuff, you know, just the general creative stuff, instead of this shit-fest here of 4-color palettes. Oh, this is brilliant. Check this out. Now you're thinking, oh, that's cool, they're going to dive out of the water, right? Watch, just watch very closely. What did I just do? Look at that! Shinobi's magical. He can walk on the fucking water! Yep, you saw it first. This game is so glitched out that you can walk on the effing water. Oh, but it gets better than that. Also, you notice those white things I keep picking up? Now, if I recall correctly, wasn't Shinobi white? Why are you blue in this game? Or whatever color that is. See that kick I just did? That's the swift attack, or whatever you want to call it. That's what I've been calling it. I've been calling it swift attack, goal! Kill mine enemies! Oh, whatever. Alright, we're getting up to the point where it's going to get really loud. I'm warning you right now, I curse a lot. So, you know, just prepare yourselves for this, because this is bad. After another bonus stage, however, Yes, we do this again. It's the same fucking thing all over again. It's just a little bit faster and harder to hit stuff. And I'm aiming directly for them. They're not dying. This is the game fucking me out of my obvious bonus that I should get for simply playing this. And now we have reached Doomsday. This is, without a doubt, the most frustrating fucking part of a video game I have ever played in the history of gaming. Now, a little known fact about me is that every game I play, even the shitty ones, I like to at least get far in, or at least beat. This is ridiculously full-barred up the ass. Because no matter how many of them you fucking kill, they keep coming out of the fucking door of the fucking helicopter, and it never fucking ends. And it made me resort to fucking game facts in order to read a fact, something I never fucking do, because I had no goddamned clue what the fuck I was supposed to be doing. No matter how fucking hard I try, I just keep on dying. It wasn't bad, you know, the first 3-4 times, but the 20th and 30th time it started to piss me off just a little. And the 40th and 50th time it started making me curse. And the 60th and 70th time, well, let's just say I was about to take this game's developers and shove them through a wood chipper. This is, without a doubt, the most flawed fucking fight I have ever seen in the history of video game. It offers me no fucking chance in hell to win. First off, if they hit you, they're going to do that bounce thing I mentioned. And look at that, the propeller on the plane can hit you too. So you have that to worry about. So you have to stay in the corner, basically, and do this over and over and over again. And yeah, they're jumping in a pattern, but their pattern is completely irrelevant because every time you kill one, oh, look at that, another one comes out the fucking door! And you die. And you die, and you die, and you die. No matter how fucking hard you try, you die. And the worst is, you know, if you play this normally, like, look at this, you gotta crawl around on your fucking ass just to avoid getting stabbed to death by fucking ninjas. I mean, what the fuck, man? I swear to God, it's so fucking bad, it makes me want to scream. You know what I think I am gonna scream? Fuck this fucking game! Fuck it up its ass and fuck it around the corner. It's the most flawed fucking boss fight you'll ever take on in your lifetime. If you're lucky, you will never have played this. But unfortunately, thanks to my fans, I have reviewed this piece of shit and now I'm scarred for fucking life. I did this 827 times trying to beat this. After 827 times of trying to beat this, I swear to God I wanted to kill myself. But before I did that, I wanted to find the developers of this game, rip off their fucking heads, shove their spines up their ass, make their family and friends watch as I burn everything they know and love to the fucking ground. This is an unfinished mess of a game. And it was ignorable at first, but now there is no fucking excuse. This is a fucking disgrace. The games I've rallied against in the past, oh, they were bad, but at least they had some competence of finishedness to them. This one has nothing. I'm standing in the fucking sky. Somebody want to explain that to me who designed this piece of horseradish, fucked up the ass, cock-biting bullshit? I don't think they can, because they're probably all dead, because let me tell you something. I wasn't the only pissed off gamer. I know Seam Baby, or whoever it was, Sean Baby, or somebody like that would have killed them long ago. I mean, Jesus H. Heartboy fucking Christ. I really wish this game would just blow up, explode. I wish my computer would just die around the 700th time because I couldn't take it anymore. I was tearing my hair out. I was cursing and screaming. I was throwing the Lord's name in vain more times than I could keep track of. And I curse a lot when I play video games sometimes when I get pissed. But look at this. Over and over and over again. The same fucking thing with no results. No matter how fucking well I play this scene out, I still get ass raped by ninjas and their swords. This is the equivalent of me chopping off my dick, sticking it up my ass, and dancing around in the street for nickels. And that would probably be more fucking fun than it ever could be to play this game. You know, it wasn't that bad, but once you get here, I fully realized the point everybody was making. Shinobi is the worst fucking Nintendo game I've had the pleasure, displeasure of playing. Pleasure, displeasure, whatever. It's the worst fucking game I've ever played in a long fucking time. And the other games are bad, but this one's just an unfinished wreck of a holy godsend car crash from beyond the grave. This is my fucking nightmare in living color. This game is a load of fucking ass cheese that will haunt you for the rest of your fucking days. And I pity the fool who comes up to me and tells me, "Oh, Shinobi ain't that hard, I beat it," because I will personally murder you where you stand. I will make you wish you were never born. Because I don't think anybody could get past this, except for maybe the 2 or 3 people who probably cheated to write those facts.
because if anybody could actually beat this, and I can't,